Hello and welcome to Oxford Brookes University. I'm here with a young lady from the last series of Apprentice at Old University. It's Melody Hossaini. Hello, Melody.
Hi, Mark.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Let's just double check. The capital city of Iran
is what?
Tehran.
Tehran.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's a map here, we've just checked. And he didn't know, which is why we're now joking about it.
But I knew every other
capital. Very important piece of fact. I was born there.
Yeah, I know. I messed up.
You won't forget now.
No, I won't. So how are you doing? You're right.
I'm very well, thank you.
Good
yeah,
stuff.
Good.
Good stuff. Why are we here then? Why are we at Oxford?
The reason I'm in Oxford today is because later on this evening I'm going to be delivering an Inspiring Age session at Oxford University at the Entrepreneur Society. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I thought that I need to come and visit my old university, Oxford Brookes.
Yeah.
To just have a look around. I'm going to go and sit at the back of a law lecture and just let the memories flood in. I haven't been here since I graduated a few years ago. So.
Yeah, when did you graduate? Sorry?
It's like in 2006.
2006.
Yeah.
And since then, I mean, you're...
Ages ago now, God.
So how did you start your first business, by the way? The Inspiring Age, I mean, was that during university or was it directly after?
So I've been in the youth sector, because that's what Inspiring Age, we work in the youth sector, we work with young people. So I've been in the youth sector since I was 13 years old, so almost all my life. 14 years, which is more I've been doing what I've been doing for a living than I haven't been. So it's a crazy thought. But so at university, I remember coming along and saying, I had this project for youth engagement for Oxfordshire. They gave me some funding, I set up a committee and really sort of got it started and made history setting up a part of UK Youth Parliament in Oxfordshire, which is fantastic. And that's still running today. But with Inspiring Age International, set that up 2.5 years ago. And we have a profile in over 100 countries and have been honoured to have engaged over 1 million young people today.
So do you want to? I mean, on the Apprentice, you came under a little bit of criticism from people saying that you couldn't really put into words what your company does or what your business does. Do you want to try and briefly explain it for anybody that might have missed?
It's like the question, Melody, what do you do?
Yeah.
Well, Inspiring Age International is a social enterprise, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But what it is, at the end of the day, the bottom line aim is about improving the lives of children and young people. You know how there's so many young people who say, I have this idea, I want to go into business, or I want to do this for a career, but how do I do it? And it's that practical step of how do you achieve something that Inspiring Age, the main activity for us is to support young people in achieving their vision, whether it's to go into business, whether it's whatever it is, that's their vision. And we do that mainly through our skills boot camps, where we get straight down to business. It's really the practical skills. Inspiration is just the first step. It's really about developing your skills in leadership skills, in communication skills, in project management skills, breaking things down to achieve what it is that you want to achieve and make it sustainable. So that's what we do. We provide that training, skills boot camps for young people to be able to do that.
Okay.
I mean, we do a lot of range of other things as well. Like we support organisations to work with young people. So at the moment, one of our latest clients is Merrill Lynch, the New York office, where we're supporting them in reaching out to young people to get them into the finance sector and get experience. So we're going to have 15 young people going to New York next summer to work with Merrill Lynch, all expenses paid, which will be a great, phenomenal opportunity. So that's what we do.
So you have a presence in over 100 countries. How did you? Because you speak several languages, and so how was that expansion globally? Did your language ability help you in expanding globally?
It helps. It does help. I think it's more the interest. It's not the languages. I think it's the interest. You have to have a passion for exchange in cultures, in different things like that, so like learning about different cultures. And I absolutely love that. Oh my God, I absolutely love watching like interaction. And that's why the Paris task on The Apprentice was my favourite task. Because I just love, it wasn't that I was passionate about those stupid the teapot lamps. It was about the fact that we were taking something British to another country, and cultural exchange is something that I love, and that definitely helps. I mean, we've been able to roll out what we've been doing over several regions, where what we've been doing and the way we work very sort of innovatively and interactively has been the first of its kind, particularly in the Middle East and East Asia. So, and it's just rolled on from there. And I think it's just the thing that if you've got a good profile and people see that your work makes a difference, they want to work with you.
Absolutely,
so I've been really honoured to have done that.
Okay, and you mentioned The Apprentice and the French task. How did you find The Apprentice generally then? I mean, what were the highlights? The highlights were the French. I'm presuming the French How would I describe a task? That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
What was the low light? What was the?
I don't think there was a highlight and low light thing as such.
Really?
It was just an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Do you think your business has
incredible.
profited almost from that exposure?
I think the most important thing that I mean, plan A was to win. So on to plan B. My plan B, in terms of having a good reach to young people. I mean, now, you know, our Facebook, our Twitter, we've got such a good network of to reach out to young people. We put opportunities. I mean, young people write to me to say, you know, this is my business. I help them promote it any way that I can. So it's just that reach, you know, where we can work with young people and engage with them. That's been really valuable, the platform that it gives you. But it's just all in all, what an incredible experience. I'm so happy to have done it and to be given the opportunity. 75,000 people applied, so it's incredible to have been a part of it.
Yeah, and you went a long way as well. I mean, you weren't out in the first
Not
week.
long enough, but week 10 as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
But,
so briefly touching again on, I'm interested in this idea of you helping young people, and even from a young age of 13, that was your sole focus.
Mm-hmm.
You must understand the problems young people face now in creating a business. What are the main issues for people kind of under 18 years of age to go out and create their business?
Do you know, I think that the greatest barrier is fear. I think fear is the thing that really, no matter how talented you are or, you know, whatever, you're afraid of failure. You're afraid of what your parents will think. You're afraid of saying, I am going to do something. And then what if it doesn't happen? And I think that that's okay. You know, when we work with young people, we go out and we deliver a presentation called How to Change the World. And in that, we talk about fear. And, I say to people, listen, I'm not going to stand here and tell you, don't be afraid, it's all going to be okay. Because it's okay to be afraid. Fear is one of the most natural things to feel. But what we say is, don't let fear be the reason why you don't do something. I remember working with Shirin Ebadi. Shirin Ebadi is a very, very inspirational Nobel Peace Prize winner. She's a female, one of the first female judges in Iran, and helps a lot of humanitarian causes and human rights prisoners. And she said this. She said, okay, there's a real question now, Mark, okay? If I want to jump from here to the end of the room,
yes, what
would I do? What would I need to do if I wanted to jump from here, say 2 meters to the back of the room?
2 meters. Put in quite a lot of leg work.
What would I need to do?
You would need to bend your legs.
I need to bend my legs.
Yep.
It was basically a jump.
Okay.
Bend your legs, you jump. But no, okay. Well, say if I bend my legs and jump from here to there, I would only get so far. I mean, there's only so far you can jump from where you are. So what would I need to do to get really far?
Well, I don't know. Build in some sort of mechanism.
Well, this is what Shirin Ebadi said. She said that in order to get from here, and if you wanted to jump really far, what you do is you take a step back, don't you? You take a run up, you take a step back. And she said that the challenges and the things that we face in life, the difficulties, are these steps backs that allow us to go even further than what we would have done had we started from here. And I think that's a really inspirational way to look at something like that. And I mean, and just on the last thing on fear is the biggest antidote to fear is passion. Find something you're passionate about, particularly if you're a social entrepreneur. If you feel passionate about it, those times when you think, I just cannot do anymore, I can't do this, it's passion that will carry you through.
Brilliant. That's some great advice for anybody, I think. Not just young generation of entrepreneurs to be, but people now thinking about starting a business, taking a step back and reassessing and then moving forward. So you mentioned social entrepreneurialism as well. What is that? How does that differentiate?
Well, a social enterprise, this has become my personal mission post-apprentice, to sort of champion social enterprise, really, because I think it's the way forward. And the reason that I think that, what is social enterprise? Social enterprise is when you combine a good cause with a robust business model, and then you're a social entrepreneur. And that is what I've done. So my good cause, as it were, is supporting young people. It's about helping young people into employment, supporting young people's skills, supporting young people's aspirations. And yes, we're a profitable business. I mean, I ran into somebody the other day who's in Paris, incidentally, who was English and said, oh, you're Melody from The Apprentice, which, by the way, is my official name now, Melody from The Apprentice. And he was like, oh, I remember you work with young people. Oh, yeah, you run a charity. And it's funny how people think automatically a good cause, charity. And I think that now, this is quite new in people's minds, that you can run a business and run a profitable business that has a good cause, and surely that's the way forward to improve the economy, but do so by improving communities and improving people.
I agree.
That's what I want to do.
Absolutely worthy cause and a great way of entering business. Well, we wish you the best of luck, Melody, and thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Great.